Hello everyone, my name is Mumbles, and this is Killing Floor 2. We need to do the impossible, which is NetherHold on Hell on Earth. One of my other objectives is HM Tech SMG damage, which is why we're playing SWAT in the beginning. And we also need Commando XP. I'm very happy about the Commando XP, even if it might be impossible to do on Hell on Earth. But, like, we'll see. I picked SWAT because I thought maybe it would be better as, like, a starting perk, but it does not seem to be working that well for the time being. My man just didn't get stunned, huh? One of the reasons I wanted to play SWAT was for the armor, and apparently the armor is literally meaningless because we keep getting, like, slam dunked into the dumpster by just a gore fiend. I don't even know, dude. My man just didn't get stunned. I mean, I'm obviously gonna run it back, but, like, holy crap, that was just insane. He just refused to die the entire time. I think that's the actual fastest time I've died in this game. I wish that the screen would just come up, dude. Like, seriously, man. I just want to, like, run it back instantly. Let's just go, man. It felt like we were in the game for a minute, and then it took, like, 30 seconds for the goddamn, like, screen to pop up. I mean, this map is awful in terms of spawning. Let's be 100%, like, honest about that. And we spawn in an even worse position, arguably. The best we can do is, like, open this, like, thing up and maybe hope for the best. But we will still, like, suffer immensely. But yeah, I picked SWAT because I thought that in the early wave, like, it would be kind of beneficial to have, like, a massive advantage against, like, all the basic enemies. I failed to consider that, you know, just one gore fiend, like, spawning apparently will just, like, ruin everything that we stand for. And once again, we just, apparently on Hell on Earth, like, cannot kill even a Gorefast, let alone a Gore Fiend. But we'll do our best. We'll try to do our best. Basically, we need to get to, like, a wave 2 to realistically, like, stand any... Oh, there's, like, a hole in the floor there. I've never seen them spawn there before. Interesting. Never noticed before. We have, like, additional grenades, so we might as well just, like, clear them out a little. Let's just see if we can get the Rider before he does another rally. Apparently, yeah, we're just gonna have the same problem once again, because they just spawned in another location that I did not know they could spawn from. Let's see if we can actually fight the Gore Fiend now. Even though we got, like, completely blindsided by him, the set time is helping a lot more. And he did also get poisoned. Dude, like, my man just refuses to die. I swear to God. Like, what the hell? It takes an insane amount of shots to down those guys with an SMG. Like, what the hell? This is, like, solo. This is supposed to be the easy version of this. And my man just refuses to die. Like, he's like a boss monster on wave 1. Incredible. I would love to pick up the ammo just for the grenade. I mean, I guess we're fairly close to the pod anyway. And there's, like, 2 things there. I've never seen this location be quite as bad as it was, like this time. I've never seen them spawn in here. And also, they legit, like, spawned. They also apparently came out of here, which I, again, was not aware of. Just goes to show, man, like, all the new maps just kind of suck in terms of actual spawn points. I think I've said it a lot before, but I wish people would stop putting this many spawn points in their maps. Maybe it's not the people. Maybe it's actually, you know, Saber. I was going to say Tripwire, but we all know it's Saber. Changing the maps. I'm kind of uncertain about that. Like, it's weird, though, and I wish they would stop it. So realistically, the HM Tech 201 is an awful gun, and it kind of does nothing for us. Like, it is the only benefit this gun has over any other gun is the fact that you can heal with it, but I don't have anybody to heal. And also, I'm support, so, like, you know, I could just be playing medic, and then I would actually get a benefit from healing others. But right now, that's besides the point. We gotta deal a little bit of damage with this thing. I forget how much. 7,000, that's quite a bit for a very low damage weapon. But I guess, like, we can try. I mean, at least it kills the Gore Fiends, like, slightly faster. But slightly faster is apparently still, like, too long. Is that a trapper? Yeah, this spot I don't think is gonna work out on, like, this difficulty. Why did he not get stunned? What is going on with the grenades? This is the second time in this video that, like, a man just is walking into my grenade and kind of doesn't get stunned. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I don't think we are gonna live realistically in this position. Like, again, like, what is going on? That's the explosion right there. That's where it was. And apparently Gorfians just refused to get, like, stunned by it. Like, is this a recent change? Is he considered to be animating when he's, like, walking? Is that a new thing? Because it's a little weird, if you ask me. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, I think it's kind of crappy that you can't interrupt attacks to begin with, but... I mean, we already got the damage, so at least there is that. I don't know where that guy came from. We are missing, like, every shot on my man over here. And we're about to get, like, flamethrowered. At least he got stunned, like, the one time. The one time we needed him to, he actually got stunned. Well, I'm happy to report that we got the damage, even though I thought it would take significantly longer. So even though we died, and it's sad, at least we can switch off of SWAT. Because he does not even seem to be working on Hell on Earth. And to be honest, that's probably, like, more to do with me not actually playing the perk very much these days. Or at all, realistically. So let's run it back for the third time in, like, a little bit over 5 minutes, which is a bit scary. We'll change to Commando, who I hope will go a little bit better. If nothing else, again, because of the sheer difficulty, I believe you get more XP per guys, the higher you go up in the difficulty. So I'm hoping that at least, you know, this will be a fast process. I still do not like this position, and the thing is, I'm not confident in opening this door for what we, like, you know, because of the reasons we just saw before. Where essentially, like, we open it up and stuff just, like, spawned in there and they messed us up. So I'm like, I don't think opening it up immediately is such a good idea, as it turns out. I'm disappointed because normally the secret spots are kind of good on this map, in my experience. Like I mentioned it before, that some of them I think are pretty decent if you got, like, enough players for it. But it seems like on Hell on Earth, and maybe it's just, like, the spawns are different for some reason, but yeah, I'm not confident in opening that at all at the current moment. It's so weird to be playing Commando kind of as, like, a roaming thing, but I like how he just, like, did the rally, just like, yeah, bro, like, I can do it in 0.2 seconds. Don't even worry about it, man. That armor is probably the best thing we can grab right now. So I'm very grateful for it, but it's still annoying that, like, just basic, like, clot variants are causing us to literally, like, run for our lives. I do not like this map, actually, and I think maybe I mentioned it before, but it's just, it feels way smaller than it actually is. Like, look, we're already kind of back where we started. I don't know. Like, you would think it's like a massive map based on, you know, all the like cool things they put it, like, you know, in, like, put in there, but there's kind of nowhere to go for the most part. I'm pretty sure this is, like, the second time I'm playing it on video, and both times have gone, like, awful. Although this is, like, a special kind of awful because it is Hell on Earth, and I don't normally play it. We survived, but it took us the equivalent of, like, 250 armor and most of our health anyway, and literally all of our ammo, because I panicked, like, a lot. So that should tell you everything you need to know. I think this is doomed to fail with Commando, but if nothing else, we're making XP. So there is that. We also made quite a bit of money. Definitely don't want to be in this room, apparently, because this was just very, very bad for us. So let's sell this. Normally I might tie myself over with the bullpup. I don't think we're doing that right now. I think it's definitely time for a little bit of M16 action. I'm just thinking how best to go about this. Probably the lack of armor will just kill us, to be honest, but again, I don't really know how I'm supposed to have money for everything. Like, I didn't make that much, and in a co-op setting, or in, like, a team setting, I probably wouldn't have made much more, to be frank with you. I guess we can probably run this back and get, like, another 50 armor, which is going to last approximately 3 seconds. But hey, it's 3 seconds where we're not taking as much health damage. Normally there's a pretty, like, good argument to be made for keeping the medic pistol, because it's actually one of those guns that's, like, kind of useful to have. For the team, I mean. But obviously, again, I'm playing solo, so there's not really much of a reason for me to have that. I don't think we're in, like, a good position right now. I'm just gonna, like, come out and say it, but I also don't really know on Hell on Earth what would be a good position for, like, a solo Commando. Kind of thinking maybe outside here, but I'm really unsure. I think they spawn in the back there as well, so eventually, like, they're going to swarm us from there too, unfortunately. Right now, they're all, like, kind of spread out. Yeah, they're creeping up on us. At least, like, some of this friendly fire is going in our favor. Although then the crawlers are just... You have got to be joking me, dude. Like, yeah, like, that was apparently all the gore fiends in the known universe. And you might not realize this, but in my experience, even on, like, hard to suicidal, gore fiends are really annoying with assault rifles. And I was not in range to actually grenade them. So yeah, that's I guess, like, my bad for being caught out of position. But once again, I kind of feel like we didn't have much of a say in it. So let's run it back once again. I feel like this is going to be the actual statement of this video for some reason. And I think we're going to do probably just another wave 1 with Commando. Hopefully not die horribly, but again, apparently that just depends on blind luck at this point, more than anything, because I'm bad enough at the game for it to basically just be a game of chance. And we'll probably switch to, I don't know, any other perk that can do something, because clearly we're just, like, failing over here. I'm not sure that spawning out here is actually beneficial for us for wave 1, for the reasons you're just seeing right now, because, like, stuff is already out here. Apparently they dropped in with me, dude. We're already, like, getting caught by things, because I can't kill, like, riders fast enough with an assault rifle. Oh, man. And people play this difficulty for fun. Like, I bow down to the folks with the 10,000 hours in this game, but, like, I think maybe you should go to a psychiatrist, to be honest with you. Because I don't see what's, like, fun about literally just, like, not being able to control any situation. And if we also get caught in any of these corridors, we're basically just dead, like, pretty much instantly. Yeah, like, only, like, 25 of them left? Cool, 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 cool. The only out we have is actually, like, still pretty bad, too, so... We already lost all of our armor. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're just, like, doomed to die right here. Again, we're just getting, like, knocked around by, like, basic enemies. For some reason, every single thing is charging, like, permanently. I'm thinking that's, like, a Hell on Earth thing that I don't normally notice, but it's very annoying right now. I don't want to turn this into another, like, game rant, but, like, the fact that the higher you go, the more absolutely annoying it is to face any of the enemies in this game is truly, like, one of the best features of modern video games. Like, literally, the movement speed changes are probably the most frustrating thing, because it's the thing that just doesn't register in your brain, right? A lot of these games are kind of all about the muscle memory, and I think Killing Floor 2 goes out of its way to make it absolutely impossible for you to play any of the higher difficulties if you are basically, like, playing on a lower one. Because unless you know the movement speed changes on the Zeds, you have no clue how to track aim stuff. You just have no idea. Incidentally, this is also why stuff like Firebug and Demolitionist are significantly easier, because most of these perks, and I would even argue that potentially Sharpshooter is kind of amongst the easier ones as well, because you just need to snap aim. You don't have to hit dudes multiple times. And I know what a lot of people will say, well, you don't need to hit, like, dudes multiple times if you shoot them in the head with Commando. And, yeah, like, I guess you're right, but simultaneously, you kind of do, though. Like, you gotta line up multiple shots because it's going to be more than one dude. Really, I'm just hoping we, like, last long enough to get the XP that we need. I also think, like, the damage is so, like, silly, dude. Apparently range is also a little bit on the fucked up side. Because I was pretty sure that I wouldn't get hit there, but hey, who cares at this point? Once again, all of our armor is gone. I'm just trying to make my way outside. Probably gonna run into, like, a gore fiend, like, somewhere out here and die. Poison is completely meaningless against them, apparently. You just gotta wonder, like, what is the point of half of these features if on the highest difficulty they just don't do anything? Such as friendly fire, poison, and such. Like, you're telling me bloats deal, like, 50 damage to me, but my man is just, like, immune to this stuff? Because it seems like he basically is. I mean, we got our objective, so at least there's that. It's also incredible that this has, like, literally take multiple headshots. I was gonna say, like, if he just refuses to go down and we just die, like, even though we started shooting at him just in time, I'm gonna be a little upset. I don't know, man. We're gonna, like, maybe try to keep being Commando, but I'm not really happy about the decision. So I'm probably gonna switch off to kind of anything else, to be honest with you.
Let's get you restocked.
as absolutely boring it is, I'm probably just going to play Firebug, because I think, again, it's the strongest perk in the game, in my opinion, and the one that requires the least effort. And now that I've done the actual objective, I have essentially no reason to cause any further suffering to myself, so I will just not do that. I feel like that's probably the best possible way to go about this. And we can literally just afford everything. Once again, I kind of don't want to be in that room because I keep dropping down. Might want to be in this room because of the actual choke points. Let's try. We still very well might die, even though Firebug is quite strong. And I'm not trying to sandbag here. I'm just kind of stating the obvious that I haven't played this map on Hell on Earth, I think, ever. So it's kind of a new and very unpleasant experience for me. I mean, right now we're very lucky that we shot 3 times, and so far every single shot that we've released from this weapon has resulted in one of those explosions, which is not guaranteed to happen. But, you know, we've been getting consistently lucky with it. I think we kind of need that, basically, if we want this to go our way. It is still amazing to me that you just constantly feel like you have to run on like Hell on Earth. Like, genuinely, as Firebug, probably the best, like, holdout style perk. And I still feel that the best thing I can do is just run for my life constantly. Although I kind of like this spot. Maybe, like... No, it's going bad. It's just going bad because apparently, like, things, like, keep moving and jumping in ways that are not, like, possible realistically. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but... If everything just dodged every single one of my attacks. I mean, I don't think we're in control of the situation, but we're making it through because we're doing damage over time, so... You know, a little bit of damage goes a long way, apparently. There's still, like, a Husk at large, I think. It might be the last guy, in fact. No, I guess he died. I'm very surprised. I wasn't paying attention to the kill feed. I was too busy trying not to lose my mind. Again, we're just going to fall back to the same loadout that I tend to use because I'm comfortable using it. And I think on Hell on Earth, changing your loadout up is basically a surefire way to kill yourself. Which is still very likely to happen, by the way. So, if you're like, oh, but I wanted to watch a man die, I'm like, you know, like, you're probably going to get to see that. And also, did you miss the entire beginning of the video where, like, it just kept happening? Like, the fact that we're still trying this is kind of incredible. But I guess, you know, we're a special kind of idiot. I keep coming out here in the hope that it'll eventually work, even though I don't actually think it's going to, but... You know what? Let's just speed this up. Like, I got nothing else to do. I don't mean this as a threat, but like I think this is basically the only time. I don't want to go to the area realistically. I don't see the point. There's exactly one position that I think is good enough for us to maybe take, but I haven't tried it in Hell on Earth. So I'm kind of reluctant to, you know, give it a shot now, because if it doesn't work and it results in our death, then I'll just be very sad. And as a consequence, I'm like, I don't really just want to, like, throw away my life for no reason. I can't remember if on Hell on Earth, like, a single one of these thermite boars actually kills a bloat, but it seems like it still does. So I guess that's kind of cool. It is once again astonishing that, like, barely anything has happened in the wave, and all of our armor is gone. We've gotten tagged, like, a handful of times. And a lot of it we didn't get much of a say about, like that one as well. Thinking we'll probably need to, like, drop a Molotov to be able to get through some of these places. Like I said, I kind of like this spot because it has, like, an escape, but the escape is only good if you get to, like, set it up a little, and it feels like we're not getting to set it up at all. Like, once again, I made the mistake of looking away for a second and immediately took, like, 40 points of damage. And you all know what caused it. Probably should have reloaded there. I guess I'll slow him down. Yeah, the area was breached. Oh my god, that's your main concern, trader? Like, really? That's what you're concerned about? Wow. Wow. I'll take a Scorcher. Thank you very much. And full ammo. Is there a point in being in that spot? Because they just, like, drop down from the top there, I think. So it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's a final wave. Realistically, we kind of need to stick around here if we can until the Flesh Pounds spawn. Like, literally all of them. And only once we know where the fleshpounds are located can we move anywhere. Which is bad, because we probably would like to move, like, way, way before that, but... I mean, I guess we're lucky that some of the fleshpounds are actually spawning. We're not so lucky because they're raged. I'm very happy that I was able to dodge that, but I do think, yeah, that's another one that I'm hearing. There goes most of my armor. Scrake is also raged. We are completely out of position. And I think we're about to die. There was just no way there. Did we even kill... No, we didn't even kill the big fleshpound. I'm gonna be completely real with you. Like, I don't know if this is doable. I'm very unfamiliar with this map, and it very much shows that we're not doing very well at all. And I'm not really sure. I just don't really know. I mean, let's try it one more time from the top, but as Firebug maybe. I don't know what difference it's gonna make though, to be honest, because like wave 1, we've already been able to do even with other stuff. Well, not with SWAT, but again, I think that has a lot more to do with the fact that I don't play SWAT very often. But I think, like, Wave 1, even with the Cock and Burn, should still be fine. Again, Gore Fiends are going to be kind of annoying, although the move speed debuff should be useful. There's, like, one thing in my mind that might work, but I don't think it will. Like, I guess we can go to that one spot over here and hope that it works. I don't think it's gonna be the best, but I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just not sure. I'm just really not sure, because again, like, the thing is, this spot is probably gonna work until about wave 3, when we have like a manageable number of big guys. But the very moment we have a multiple, like, large Z situation, which we just had, you know, a second ago. Also, where did you actually come from? I guess there's a, you know, there's a vent in the wall, because of course. I'm really not sure where he came from, to be honest. But yeah, I think if we get, like, multiple line breaker kind of Zeds, then this is gonna be, like, problematic, to say the least. Because again, I don't think we can stall them in the door, and once they get in here and we start basically panicking, which is at that point inevitable, then we just die once more. So as sad as it is, and maybe this is like very depressing to you, I'll just, you know, come out and say it. This is the last attempt that this map is getting from me on Hell on Earth. And if we don't get it, then I'll be like, well, we tried. No one can say that we didn't. So far, we've been like kind of lucky with some of the actual Hell on Earth maps where the game's been like, hey, like, I want you to do this or that. And I've been very happy about it, but there comes a point where I'm just like, look, man, like, there's some stuff that I can't pull off. I wish that I could, like, don't get me wrong, I wish I was better at the game as well, but I don't know if I want to put that effort in. I mean, I don't know, dude, it's not that I'm against it completely, it's just like, it's also supposed to be, like, a game for fun, and I don't know how try-hard I want to go, basically. It seems like, unfortunately, on Hell on Earth, you kind of have to go giga try-hard. I'm sure that, again, there are lots of you out there that can just do this with your eyes closed, and I'm very happy for you, and I'm jealous of you in that sense. I still very much doubt that it's actually enjoyable for you. Like, I don't know, I guess if you have a reasoning as to why you prefer this difficulty over anything else, I'd be very curious to hear it, because to me, this just seems kind of needlessly punishing. And again, my biggest complaint has a lot more to do with the stuff that I think shouldn't deal quite as much damage on this difficulty. And I keep complaining about this, but we did get the husk. I'm very happy about that. But, like, yeah, my complaining boils down to why is it that the thing that I'm scared of the most is, like, a single Gore Fiend on Hell on Earth and, like, a Crawler and a couple of Stalkers. Why is that, like, literally the strongest opponent that I can face on this difficulty? I thought the Flash Pounds and the other stuff should be scary, but really the Flash Pounds are mostly annoying because of the knockback. The Skrakes are annoying because you have to be careful around them, but you know, like, you know what can kill me without ever being raged, because it doesn't even have a rage state? It's called a Stalker, man. Like, she just waltzes up to me and kills me. I'm glad we dodged that, by the way. More set time will definitely be helpful. Unfortunately, it's kind of random, so we can't really count on that, like, becoming a regular thing. I don't know, man. I still think that if there was, like, a statistic that tracked how much damage you're taking, You'd be amazed how much of it was from stalkers and crawlers. And I hate that I've just become the guy that talks about this, but like I think it's fricked up, dude. If nothing else, we're very happy that we still have like most of our armor. That was at least like a cheap round, I suppose. I mean, let's see if the thermite bore in that spot actually works relatively well. Once again, it's wave 3, so I got my doubts, because if it becomes like a 4 quarter-pound situation, I don't really see how we do that on time. Even with like all the Molotovs in the world. It's going to depend a lot on the Z time, like how often we get it and how much we're able to use it. Case in point, I think we need to use more Molotovs for that, because throwing a grenade is pretty useful because it doesn't use ammo and it doesn't animate in the same way. And I think, again, we need to take the opportunity to just reload. The fact that we're getting the Scrake now is probably the best like thing that can happen to us at this current moment. We can kind of cover our own reload as well. Once again, it would be cool to maybe talk about like anything other than the game, but so far, I think in about 20 minutes time, we haven't had the opportunity because we've been just getting railed hard over here. Maybe if I was better, perhaps, but don't ask things from me that are impossible. I mean, no, it's not actually impossible to get better, but I refuse is more like it. But as I mentioned, I would love to actually get better. I'm just not sure how to go about it, dude. I'm surprised that you didn't get, like, set on fire. Is that a flesh pound? Let's just reload. Like, instantly. I mean, to be honest, that was probably the luckiest spread of enemies that we could have gotten. Because we started with a Scrake, and we got into a flesh pound at the very end, so that could not have gone any better. This is what it takes. This is what it takes for us to stand any amount of chance at this game currently. It's a bit sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to be very boring and just hide in this very same closet, because it's the only thing that seems to be working. And once again, I think I'm about to be proven wrong about it, though. Simply because if we don't get quite so lucky on the different kind of large sets, then yeah, this will potentially become our tomb over here. At least it's kind of nice and cozy. I'm assuming, by the way, earlier that Rider came through here. It's kind of astonishing that this room has like 2 spawn points to begin with, and you have to like find this room and break in yourself. I sometimes wonder what is going on with the EDAR like hitboxes. I mentioned it in the previous video, but like, it's sometimes things just kind of go through them, and I'm not really sure how or why. It feels like I'm complaining a lot, and I mean I am, but like also like come on, man. My man is getting shot in the chest, and he's just like no, actually that just like phases through me because I'm a robot. And I'm like, really? Like that's interesting. That's the word I'm gonna use. If we got a stun, yeah, that was the thing that we needed right there. Let's add a little bit more damage there. That is like old quarter pounds and flesh pounds, huh? I mean, we were able to deal with it somehow, and it didn't cost us all of our health or armor, astonishingly. However, because of the lack of Z time, we are now faced with a massive ammo problem. Let's just drop some ground fire. I suppose we could also, you know, use some of this. And in fact, we're gonna have to, I think, for the Scrake. I think we might be through. We did wave 4. You can't tell me that we're not giving this like an honest attempt over here, dude. I mean, sure, it might be some of the most boring footage you've ever seen in your entire life because we just hang around in one spot, but if that's what I need to do to be able to stand any amount of chance, then look, man, that's what I'm gonna do. Once again, there's an argument to be made to just spend money on more guns. And I mean, it is not like wrong to do so. I'm not really sure where we want to be. You know what? We'll just be here because this is where our spare gun is. You know, make a mental note where it's located. Make another mental note of the fact that even though it shoots essentially explosive spears, it's a spare gun and not a spear gun. You're welcome. It's King Fleshpound on Hell on Earth, and I don't have any mobility items, such as the Kaboom Stick or Boomstick. I mean, you know, I call them mobility items, but they're called guns, They shoot stuff, and they're quite good. I mean, we're just gonna get knocked around a lot. If we don't get free armor, I don't really know how we do this, realistically. And I don't think, like, there's a good spot for us to fight him. I know he hates, like, the pillars, but even with the pillars, I think eventually he's just gonna, like, catch us. I mean, he didn't there, surprisingly. I guess we can kind of cheese him. I feel kind of dirty about it, but I think this is, like, the only chance we're gonna get. And even now, if we, like, slip up once, I think we are basically dead, so... Like, some people will call this unfair. I call it fair because if he ever touches us, we basically lose all of our, like, resources. Hell, even if his friend touches us, apparently, we just lose most of our resources, as we just saw there, so... Oh, and he's gonna have the area of effect attack anyway, so... Like, we can't dodge that with the pillar, as it turns out, because that goes through. I felt like my man got a little confused there, and he, like, charged the other direction. Intriguing gameplay, one might say, when you don't even see the boss, because if the boss is on your screen, you're already dead. Or at risk of dying soon. I mean, look, we're gonna get him to his shield phase. Interestingly enough, we didn't get hit by that, like, ground pound. That's, once again, very inconsistent. He is also continuing to do, like, heavy attacks once he has his shield, which I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to. I'm kind of confused. Like, normally, is this, like, again, a thing that's different on Hell on Earth? Normally, when my man gets his, like, shield, he no longer does the ragey attacks, and he's just refusing to chill. I'm not even shooting the dude. And he's just, like, sprinting at me nonstop. The intricacies of killing floor boss fights. Like, you might think that they have certain mechanics and they work a certain way, but I'm just very confused, to be honest. I don't know. We probably could have had him. I just really don't understand. I thought the whole point with King Fleshpound is that if he's getting a little, like, you know, out of control, you kind of stop shooting him, and at least he stops, like, spawning stuff. And most of the time, on Suicidal or lower difficulty, when he's got his shield, he kind of just walks around, punches you if you get close, and does the laser beam. But, like, my dude just never stopped raging. You kind of watch me, like, try to pacify him, and he just didn't care, so... I don't know, man. I'm not gonna give it another shot. I'm just right here gonna tell you, like, this was the attempt. We got him to the shield phase. I would have loved to have downed my man, but we didn't get that far. Yeah, that's it. That's it, boys. I hope you had a good time. I know I didn't, but hey, who cares at this point, right? And I will see you in the next one.